Howdy, Hello, H2Os, Roller Bros, and OKs alike. I'm your guide Q. OK coming through with a very interesting comment. A lot of people ask me how I pick the comments for the featured in the beginning of the video, and I just picked the most recent comment on my channel whenever I'm recording the intro, so it's literally just completely random chance. But anyway, welcome to the Tales of the Retail. These are some spicy stories. We got something from the submissions email, a little something from the notifications on my desktop, a little something from the subreddit. It's gonna be absolutely delightful. Let's just get right into it. I work at McDonald's. I was hired at a standalone store, but since there's a Walmart close by with another McDonald's in it, we share employees. This happened to me at the Walmart location. Of course it did. It was a quiet night and I was one of two workers there, plus manager. A young woman walks in and orders just a medium fountain pop, which I gladly serve and turn my attention to the couple that walks in. The lady asks for a couple of cups for water. We're not supposed to hand out water cups since there's a water fountain in the Walmart bathroom, which was located maybe 10 feet from our restaurant's entrance, but I give them the cups anyway because as a 4+ year McDo employee, you gotta pick your battles. I ask her if she knows how to use the water since it's not set up like the rest of the drinks and some people can't find it. She says yes, thanks me, and walks around the corner to get her water, the pop machine being out of the view of the counter, but not of the cameras. Anyways, I think nothing really of this until I walk to the back of the tiny restaurant to chat with my manager, who is a pretty good friend of mine. There are several cameras in the restaurant and the video is displayed on a monitor in the back. I see the family making a mess of the drink station and I also notice that none of them indeed have water. Now, like I said, as an employee here, you really gotta pick your battles, and I usually don't get bent out of shape because someone's stealing 5 cents of pop. But this hecking couple irked me so bad. How could they just steal in front of their daughter who paid for her drink fair and square? So I walked around the back where our employee entrance is, conveniently right next to the pop machine. Hey guys, if you're not getting water, I won't be able to give you cups in the future. You came out here just to say that? She looks pissed. Yup. I return to the front where my manager has gone to take an order in my absence, oops, as I watch the daughter and father walk out of the restaurant, assuming the entitled mother has gone ahead out of embarrassment. I explain to my manager what happened, and she says something along the lines of, "Are you serious? Ghetto people." I laugh, wrong thing to do. EM comes flying around the corner. "Are you seriously talking crap about me?" "Ma'am, you're stealing from us." "Oh, as if. McDonald's is trash. I know you've stolen before. Don't lie." "No ma'am, never in my life." She's being loud. I'm sure everyone in the restaurant can hear. "Well, your service is terrible. You called me stupid." Excuse me? I did not. This absolutely astounds me. I wasn't mad before, just annoyed, but now I don't even know what to say. I kinda stammer here. I was being nice. I asked you that because I realize this is a waste of breath. She knows I wasn't being condescending. I can't believe you're trying to play the victim here. How can you do that? This really pisses her off. Gotta admit, not the best move. I've never been so upfront with a customer before. I usually try and get them to leave ASAP if they're a butthole. "You're lucky I have kids." Yeah, you're lucky they still want anything to do with you. "Are you threatening me? Do you want to fight?" She's kind of throwing her arms around, being dramatic. I try not to laugh. She calls me mean names and threatens to hit me, to which I so intelligently respond, "What are you gonna do, jump over this counter and punch me in the face?" "I don't have to." She walks around the small space we have next to the counter and walks behind it into the employee-only area. She comes right up to me and I stare her down. "I'm not afraid of you." I didn't want to get punched in the face, but this lady was just so ridiculous. I would have been delighted to charge her with assault. Also, we have a multitude of heavy/hot items I could have used for self-defense. She's kind of been piping in here and there, but the argument is mostly me versus this butt munch. Lady calls us mean names again and starts walking out, to which my manager kind of breathes a sigh and says something like, "What a psycho," and I laugh, thinking it was the end. Wrong. Entitled mother hears us and turns around, face redder than ever. "You better watch your backs! I know this place closes at 11. Better be careful leaving." Manager once again tells her to get out, and the 3 people that showed up and were waiting to order while she squawked stared her down. She finally leaves. I give a big sigh and apologize to everyone waiting, to which this lovely gentleman responded, "If she was gonna swing, we could have just tripped her and she would have turtled." Now, I'm not usually one for fat jokes, but I laughed quite a bit. The whole thing was just so absurd. My manager was kind of worried about the threat, but I know that this turd nugget's not gonna sit in the Walmart parking lot waiting for us until 11, about a 2-hour wait in the cold. The Walmart security guy came to see what was up, and entitled mother is no longer allowed in the store. I honestly bet you that if this mother actually got away with this, she would have told her daughter who paid for her drink, "Oh, never pay for drinks at McDonald's. You see what I just did? I asked for a water cup, and then I just took the drinks." My personal favorite part of this story is the way that the mother projects onto this employee being like, "Oh, McDonald's is trash. I'm sure you've stolen before." Imagine stealing soda from a McDonald's and then thinking you're better than the person who's just working for money. I know it might sound petty, but I'd love to see you get her arrested for shoplifting, and if you could get some of the witnesses to say that they heard her making threats towards you, because threats of violence is pretty serious. Alright, this one's a little bit more serious, or much more serious, and it's accurately titled, "The Day My Friend Lost All Faith in Humanity." TLDR at the bottom on mobile, hope this fits here and doesn't break any rules. This story was told to me by a good friend of mine that, as the title states, made him lose all faith in humanity. As it happens, he was working in the produce section with a coworker. The produce section is next to the freezer aisle at this particular store. Friend happens to look up and sees this older woman reach out to grab the freezer door handle. The woman stands frozen with her arm outstretched and then suddenly falls backwards. She was having a heart attack. My friend and their coworker run over to the woman to help her. There wasn't much they could do except hold her hand and keep her safe. They were able to get management and an ambulance was called for her. Friend said the woman was laying on the floor and he and the coworker were trying their best to comfort her even though she was in and out of consciousness and not coherent when she was conscious. Now, the managers had stationed some employees at each end of the aisle to prevent customers from coming down it while they waited for the ambulance. However, some customers didn't think that applied to them and the store employees couldn't physically stop them from entering the aisle. My friend said this customer came down the aisle and while he and coworker were still on the floor with the woman, the customer steps over this 89-year-old woman who is dying from a heart attack. The customer continued to straddle the dying woman while she grabbed a container of Cool Whip out of the freezer behind them. The customer then puts the Cool Whip in her cart and walks away. My friend and the coworker just looked at each other and said, "What the hell?" The woman ended up dying in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. Friend knew her age because he read her obituary in the paper soon after. I asked friend what management did when that happened, and he said they didn't do anything. I know they couldn't stop this woman physically from grabbing the Cool Whip, but it would have been nice if one of them said, "I hope you choke on your stupid Cool Whip, you f***ing c***." I mean, imagine some of the last moments of your life being spent staring at a stranger's butt in khakis while they grab whip topping out of the freezer. Alright, I got pretty upset with that last one, but here's a nice, wholesome, nice, good story, happy story to finish it up. I work in a grocery store mostly as a cashier. This time, we had a sale on avocados. It didn't seem like people would go out of their way for this sale, except one person. This one customer came through my line with a small cart filled to the brim with avocados. "Hey, that's a lot of avocados. You must be the guy from my 3rd grade math problem." Avocado guy laughs at my humorous joke. As soon as I'm finished scanning his avocados, I quantity scan all of them. He had 169 avocados. This is about a year ago and I can still remember how much he bought. I know people like avocados, but I can't see a purpose for 169 avocados. Maybe a giant guacamole party. Wherever you are, avocado guy, I hope you find a use for those avocados. I mean, maybe it was a giant guacamole party and maybe he just wanted to send them to 6-year-olds across the nation. Hey, I got a couple things to announce here. First, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be playing some Apex Legends. I've been absolutely addicted to this game for the past few weeks, and I figured why not stream some of it. Also, if you'd like to submit your own story on any of the topics we cover here on this channel, you can hit me up at qsubs@gmail.com, QESUBS@gmail.com. Also, you can find the links to all of my social media in the description down below, my Twitch, my Instagram, my Twitter, and Amazon affiliate links for all of the equipment I use. The cool thing about those is if you click the links and then you do other shopping on Amazon, I also get credit for that, so consider doing those things. Regardless, skate on the best of your abilities, make sure you're drinking more water, and I will see you very soon. Have an absolutely wonderful day.
And I'm Steven